Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna, add your comments part 2 and, leave a like if, it wouldn't be too much. Subscribe if you want. And I guess let's just get right into it. So the first comment is from Loradami, and she basically wanted me to make that, the heavy robot armor kind of lets you not swim anymore. And, I did add that. And she also wanted that the robot can attack like in Golem. So you hit them, they don't fly that high. Because what I did is when, you basically double hit them, they start flying high. So you can basically do like combi attacks, and that's the combi, and boom, entity's dead. So, sink in the water like very quickly. I'm not pressing any buttons right now. And I'm sinking, and this is swimming. So I'm swimming at the maximum speed. This is maximum speed swimming upwards. So it is, of course, because has to be, is still possible that you can go out of the water, and also possible that you can jump one block high, but you cannot jump really basically as high as before. And you have slowness now, and basically, as you can see, I mean, I don't know if that's really noticeable, but if I just keep jumping like this, you do not stay in the air as long. You do fall pretty quickly, and it is actually kind of harder to climb even just one block high. That's because you're so heavy now, and because of that you sink, but also because of that you can do combi attacks and do this, which is pretty neat. So, thanks for the comment. That's pretty neat. Now we have user Spacey256 who wanted me to add a chrome dimension like the one from SpongeBob. And I thought this was kind of too cool of an idea to like literally just pass, I mean, like literally my robots do kind of look like chrome sort of. So I added chrome, or chromium. You now can make a chromium block. This is, you can turn this into sheets and now make robot parts with this. Can turn the sheets into this, make stuff like that, turn this into that, and make more robot parts with that. So now chromium is the main focus, basically, if it goes around robots. And no more robots spawn in the overworld. They're completely wiped. The only way for them to spawn is, if a pillager engineer spawns in like a outpost and turns entities into robots, but that's the only way basically. Otherwise they cannot spawn. So then, you would just basically turn, your chromium into blocks, which by the way, chromium is found in factories, which are basically just, structures that can spawn around the place. And they have little crates in them, and there's loot in them, so now that I built this portal frame, we need this chrome and steel, which I forgot to make the crafting recipe, but I'm gonna make that after this video, and upload the mod to the mod site, so the recipe's gonna be there. It's just supposed to be an iron ingot and chromium, and then you just do this, and that's the chromium dimension. You can now go inside. Now inside of the chromium dimension, you immediately get the future, because you traveled, to this dimension. I thought this was kind of a cool achievement. Let me know what you think of this. I kind of really like this idea, In here, you got chromed blocks. I was kind of too lazy to add, a lot of other blocks. So I just made the world chromed blocks, and, as an exchange for my laziness, you can actually turn these into something. You can turn them into scrap, and then, melt the scrap into chromium. So all of these are like one ingot. So it takes a lot of ingots to get here with the blocks themselves, but once you're here, chromium is basically free. Except for the fact that obviously all of those robot entities now are basically kind of guarding this place and attacking you at sight. And a new entity that spawns is also relevant to the next comment by Bob Phillip 5103, who wanted me to add a boss, or I mean, not necessarily a boss. He said like Max or something else, you know. But I added a boss, and let me just summon it because, you know, it does spawn pretty rarely. It is called the Golem of Chronon. When you know, see one, basically, you will you will realize, because it has, you know, the, what do you call that, the boss bar, you know, above its thingy, basically. And, you know, this is automatically hostile. Actually, let me just, these robots right there, this dude, this little guy, you know, gets attacked by this dude every single time because he's a monster. But that creeper who blew my house up is not supposed to be a monster. Also, I do not know how good this, you know, dimension is for YouTube right now because it's really, really dark. Let's just get the boss basically over with real quick. The boss is immune against basically everything against direct player attack, so you can't even kill him with like potion effects or anything. And let me just kill him real quick. And when he is, you know, dead, he has a chance of dropping this Chromium Golem arm module, which you need 2 of for each arm, for the heavy arm, you know, robot arm, which is also what the comment kind of wanted, I think. So, you know, I added that as well. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. Write down in the comments what you think of this. I kind of really like this. You know, get to the next idea, I guess. Now we got a comment from, yeah, I can't really pronounce that. I'm sorry, but like, that's just not possible. So, but I did add the clown armor, so, you know, you didn't, like, you weren't unheard, but, you know, I just can't pronounce your name. So, you know, this is the clown armor. Pretty simple, pretty easy. You just got clown boots, clown leggings, clown chestplate, and little clown nose. This is what it looks like, and, you know, I now look like a clown, pretty much. I mean, I don't have the hair, but because I have the nose, I mean, I could have done that. Honestly, I just kind of forgot. Now it's kind of, it's not too late, but I'm kind of too lazy to do that. So, you know, this is the clown armor. So, you know, just write in the comments what you think of the clown armor. Maybe if you know, want, and if you have any other ideas that might not be like too crazy, then, you know, write them in the description. I of course will read all of them. So, like, even if you have an idea that might be like too too expert level for me to do, let's say, then I still will respond to you and kind of, you know, like, talk about it and stuff. Try to figure out if I can do anything for you, basically. I will read all of your comments. I will try to, you know, implement all I can, but some things I might not be, you know, able to implement, and, you know, I swear it's not my fault. So now this comment is from Ion Man, who basically wanted me to add a new crystal dimension, and, you know, I did. Now you can make this block this way with a gem amulet. These can be found in factories, you know, that, you know, yet again spawn all around the world. And, you know, you need a bunch of, you know, uncut gems to, you know, make this compound. With the compound placed like this, and a beryl and steel, you can just light this up and go inside. Inside, you will realize, no, but like, actually, this biome is pretty cool, you know? You have amethyst forest, you have diamond forest, you have somewhere an emerald forest, and also somewhere a beryl forest. Also, the sun is an amethyst and the moon is an emerald. I did retexture these, and, you know, they also include the moon phases, so, you know, you also have moon phases in this biome. In this biome, no entities can spawn. I also added, of course, amethyst grass, you know, diamond grass, beryl grass, but also, you know, the normal, you know, grass version basically of them, so that you can, you know, live in this biome pretty much as normal. These do spawn basically normal seeds, and you can also just, you know, turn this into farmland pretty easily. Amethyst logs, or genuinely any logs, can be turned into planks and stairs and slabs. These can all be used for genuinely normal crafting, so you can just literally make normal stuff with these, you know. So they're more decorative. They're not really, you know, gems. So they're not really worth a lot, but they're kind of really cool, and I do like them. Now the next thing is also with the leaves, and that is basically that the leaves can drop apples like this one, and all of them drop different apples. These apples now have a 0.0001% chance or something to be enchanted when they drop with a new enchantment called Healing Shine. This enchantment basically just gives you good effects like regeneration, instant health, and health boost, but as well, if you eat it again, all of the effects will be basically, you know, plus basically. So, you know, I have regeneration 2, that will be 4 if I will eat it again. Now that it's gone, you know, won't be anything because I don't have the effects. But they will basically just be longer and stronger the more I eat. So they're getting stronger and longer the more I eat, so that's that. But this has a flaw. Because they're the normal apple, I can't really tell if they're enchanted or not, you know, so you can't really constantly eat them. So that's like the only flaw. Other than that, they're like pretty good. Honestly, they're like, you know, probably gonna get you out of a dangerous situation, but still not as good as like a golden apple, or like, I mean, like an enchanted golden apple, which would give you fire resistance, because this one will not. This one will literally just heal you. Also, something I added with this dimension is that basically for each, you know, type of gem, you also now have a geode. Okay, so this is a diamond like geode. Diamond geode now can spawn like an amethyst geode in the diamond, you know, world. Amethyst geodes spawn in the amethyst dimensions, you know, beryl geodes in the beryl ones, and, you know, emerald in the emerald. There is a what do you call this again? There is a geode version of all of them. So, you know, you can basically find diamonds, amethyst, emerald, and beryl in this biome. Not really commonly, but once you found one of those like geodes, like the crystals regrow and you kind of have an infinite amount of the resource. So it's kind of neat. So sadly this is the end of the video, but you know, it would be nice if you would like and subscribe. Maybe write down your suggestions for maybe more mod ideas, or just write down maybe what you thought of these, you know, additions for the mod basically. And I also might, you know, like maybe next video or something, it depends on what people want me to add to this mod still, because I might actually just make mods basically just out of viewer suggestions that I then, you know, upload for you guys to download, so you can, you know, just send me basically whatever idea you have on mind. I just make some mod pack basically that has like all of those ideas together, and then I just upload it and you can download it on, you know, Forge or whatever. Basically, I just want to say this project might be, you know, done soon. So, you know, any ideas for this mod specifically, you know, aren't really, you know, not really needed anymore. I feel like this mod is almost like done. There's still, of course, some like small things you could still do to fix, you know, the gameplay, but I feel like most of the mod kind of works together well now, and I kind of do want to, you know, make mods from viewer suggestions, you know, and yeah, it would be kind of really nice to just one day maybe be able to actually live off of these videos. But, you know, for now, I'm kind of just doing this for fun, and I do really like to make Minecraft mods, so, you know, maybe, hopefully, we're gonna actually see each other again. Also, if I've forgotten anybody's comment, you know, I am sorry. I can't really add everybody's comments at this point anymore, really, because I've kind of just gotten that many comments. So, you know, I am really thankful for that, and I'm trying to add most of your comments, but I can't promise all of you that I will add all comments. So, you know,